Sometimes you can come to what feels like a brick wall or a plateau on your walk, and you do everything to break through and you seemingly can't. Generally, this has everything to do with our faith. God is not saying you don't have enough faith. God is saying it's time for you to have more faith. The great part is faith comes from God. Your willingness to believe is like creating an empty vessel, which God will abundantly pour into. This faith is a grace from God that will carry you from glory to glory. Now refilled by power from on high, you can set forth on the next leg of your journey just like the disciples did. While sometimes we cannot change the circumstances we're in, we can change our response to them by responding with great faith. Sometimes that will lead to an actual change in your circumstances. Sometimes God will lead you into the storm, and you won't understand why, but by your great faith in Him, He will lead you to Malta like He did with Paul, and you will win many souls, and God's power will work mightily through you. Sometimes God will allow you to be jailed or persecuted for your example of righteousness, but your great faith in God leads you to rejoice, and suddenly the cell doors open, and you also win souls, working mightily for God. Like Paul and Silas in the jail cell. After Peter denied Jesus 3 times, he repented and turned back to Jesus. Jesus then restored him and put him into great purpose, into such great purpose that when he would walk by people, they would line up just to fall into his shadow to be healed by the great power of God upon him. God's greatest purpose for all peoples is innately linked to your individual purpose. Your individual purpose is innately linked to your personal faith. How extraordinary that you alone, by faith, can be used for God's greater plan for all of humanity. You will see the manifestation of this great faith in your life by everything clicking into place. Like a color by numbers, the next step or steps suddenly appear. You are refreshed by His Spirit, the joy of your salvation restored. Acknowledge when your faith can be greater. Ask the Lord for more faith. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word. Trust God and believe that He will always grace you with exactly what you need for the journey ahead. Jesus came to bring you into life, and that more abundantly. Faith is the key to your breakthrough.